had 3 BBLs at this point, so it's just like, is it really that dangerous that I think?
Scientists say
This point, so it's just like,
alright, this nigga's voice is deeper than mine.
is it really that dangerous that I think?
But his ass is as fatter than both of my ex-girlfriends combined. Yo, this world is... Yo, what am I looking... I can't even look at this shit, bro.
Scientists...
Yo, bro. Am I gay for looking at that shit, though? Like, what if I saw that shit, right, and I didn't know it was a man, and I got... Am I gay?
say that by the year 2030, 65% of human beings will have a BBL. Where are they getting these numbers, you might ask? What sort of test are they running to get this information? You want to see the proof, you said? Oh, you sly dog. You just want access to the BBL master list. You're not authorized. BBL. These are 3 letters that are often thrown around together, but nobody really knows what it means. Not even scientists. All we know is that people get them, and then they have a big ass. We don't know exactly what they're getting. All we know is that it makes their posterior quite large, which is fine, which is cool. You know, big butts are cool, but no pun intended, just like with anything, there is such thing as too much of a good thing. And when you somehow find yourself addicted to getting BBLs, you're gonna find that out pretty quickly. Just like this guy right here, Mateo has. Now, Mr. Mateo here is addicted to getting BBLs. How you even find yourself there, I'm not sure, but he's on—
Like, what the fuck are we generally even talking about? What am I hearing? Am I tripping? Are the words that he's saying, he's addicted to getting a BBL? Huh? Nah, he didn't say addicted to smoking. He didn't say addicted to drinking. He didn't even say addicted to gooning, addicted to stroking my meat. He said addicted to inserting needles in my butt to make my butt fatter. Yo, this generation is cooked.
on his 3rd BBL, about to get his 4th, and this addiction of his—
The part that fries me about this is the most is he keeps saying his, my boy. What business do you have getting a BBL? For what? Tell me one benefit of getting a BBL. What does that help you? If anything, even if you're gay, it doesn't getting a BBL make getting dick harder? Like, because there's more weight, so it's harder to insert the penis into the butt? Yo, bro, what are we talking about, gang? You see what I'm saying? This generation 2025, about to go to 2026, the world just keep getting worse and worse, bro.
Is actively handicapping him. He's fucking up his spine, he's in constant pain, he can't sleep, but clearly none of that is going to stop him from his ultimate goal of obtaining the fattest ass in all of the land. Now, if you haven't guessed it already, this video is from our favorite YouTube channel, Truly, and when I say that, there's a little asterisk at the end of that sentence, leading to a disclaimer that specifies that it's our favorite YouTube channel that specializes in giving people a platform and validation when they need it the absolute least. Truly seems to love taking people who are doing harmful and dangerous things to themselves and then make a video that's framed in such a way that it comes off as them saying, hey, look at this person doing this thing that's destroying them. If you so much as say they shouldn't be doing that, you're a terrible person. It's a really cool business model because you bake in the world's worst rebuttal to any criticism that comes your way into all of your shitty content. It's bulletproof. But we'll get more into like the moral aspect of all this here in a minute. For right now, let's see what an addiction to BBLs does to a man.
Hi guys, Mateo Blanco here.
I've had so much lip filler at this point. Doctors refuse to touch my lips. My goal is to look like a full-on cyborg. I'm known as King of BBLs. Total, I've had maybe 3 BBLs, full facelift, a lip lift, ab etching, chest, abdomen, back, arm, leg, lipo, and everything was just transferred straight to my I've literally had—
Like, at this point, I'm surprised he didn't get a boob job. Why not finish it off? Why not finish the mission? Like, yo, at this point, just transform completely.
so many procedures like I've already forgotten about.
Okay, so right off the bat, I have pretty strong opinions on this kind of stuff. I talked about this a bit in that video where we were looking at that guy who was like changing people's eye color. I feel like dedicating 15 plus years of your life to become a doctor who does stuff like this is absurd. Like, obviously, don't get me wrong, I know that most plastic surgery is not like this, but some of it is, which means some doctors have to be doing this. I feel like this kind of shit should be illegal. A person who is allowed to call themselves a doctor should not be allowed to continuously do cosmetic surgeries on you once you have forgotten how many you've had.
So recently I went to South Korea and
If I went to 10 plus years and I'm getting paid the bag to insert needles into somebody's butt, 90% of the time is women, 95% of the time is women, I'm taking that job.
they really did more face tightening, which they don't have here in America. and they did a bunch of lasers, they did a bunch of injections where they really focus on my lower half of my face.
Yo, I can't watch this vid. I
but
might have to end this vid earlier, bro. This shit is making me feel gay. Dead ass though.
I can already see the difference.
Yeah, the difference is that you look even more terrifying than you did before. Now look, normally I have a very hard rule of never commenting on a person's appearance because I just try to be a good person, but I feel like when a person has reached this point, when they are doing this to themselves, you've really just kind of got to cut through the noise and be like,
bro,
this looks...
this nigga's making a new gender. What the fuck is even this?
Absolutely horrific. This does not look like a human. This guy's face is more reminiscent of like the masks that they wore in The Purge than it is a human being's face. And that's not me being mean, that is just an objective fact. This guy needs a better group of friends.
Aesthetically, my look is a little bit more over PG-13, 100%. I love my full look. I love the whole bimbo look. I think the most dangerous surgery that I've had was probably my BBL, which is crazy to say because I've had 3 BBLs at this point, so it's just like, is it really that dangerous that I think? I'm willing to risk a 4th one at this point.
Genuinely, like why? Why would you be willing to risk that?
Please,
Because this...
please tell me why. I'm genuinely dying for the answer. Why? Just why? What is the reasoning for this? What could possibly possess you, motivate you to make your butt fatter? What does that do for you?
Looks terrible. It just does.
What's
like,
the
I
benefit?
truly do not believe that anybody, even this guy, can really think that this looks good. My personal belief on stuff like this is I feel like when people get this into cosmetic surgery, it's just their way of flexing. Like it's the way that they've chosen to kind of flaunt their wealth.
Yeah, but this is not a flex. He's a dude. Since when is a dude having a fat butt a flex? If anything, it's offensive. If my girl told me I have a fat ass, I smack the shit out of her. What do you mean I have a fat ass? You should have a fat ass.
Because I feel like these days a lot of people know that BBLs and shit like this are not cheap. Like I'm pretty sure a BBL is like 10 to 20 grand depending on where you get it. That's 80
if you want to
grand.
flex, how about you flex by buying chains, buying ice, buying designer? No, she wanted to buy butt lifts. Or I can't even say she. He.
Dropped on your ass, which is so much money. I've never spent any money on my ass, and I've actually gotten a compliment or 2 on it before, so like, I can't imagine this is worth it.
I've had my rib cages broken inwards, so they are still intact, but they're not removed. It's very difficult to find anything that does fit me just because a lot of the stuff that I do wear comes in a 2-piece, and my rear end is large, and my
I
top...
can see his dick print, bro. Fuck no. I can see his meat print, bro. Bro, what does this world come to? Genuinely, what has this world come to? What am I even watching? What is on my screen right now?
is extra small. I'm wearing a lot more bodysuits.
This genuinely looks bizarre. Like seriously, I cannot fathom anybody ever wanting to look like this for like free. You'd have to get into the territory of me being paid some pretty silly fucking money for me to even consider doing this where I gain something. To pay real life dollars to do this to yourself? I really hope this guy finds some happiness one day because that's clearly what he's searching for and he's not gonna find it doing this.
My BBL feels good, it looks good, I love it, but when I go to sleep, it just feels so painful. Currently, my BBL is really impacting my health negatively because, as you may know, the spine is a really critical point in your body. So this corset does keep my spine in check, so it kind of flattens this and it pushes this side inwards. This was $300 and I apparently need to get another one because this is really huge on me now.
Okay, so I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that's not true. I feel like if anything, a corset is doing the opposite of keeping your spine in check. Like I'm pretty sure they just weaken your abdominal muscles pretty significantly because your abdominal muscles are like never engaged when you're doing anything because they're so fucking tight. If anything, this is just making this a lot worse, right?
It doesn't accentuate anything. But if I do reduce my rear end, it would be a little impactful on my income because that is my little money maker.
Ah, there it is. I always forget. It always somehow seems to slip my mind that the only reason anybody ever does a Truly video is to get out a cheap, thinly veiled advertisement for their OnlyFans. Now look, I've said this a million times. I don't give a shit if you have an OnlyFans.
I think that's the why. She's doing this to become the #1 gay OnlyFans star.
Does not affect me whatsoever, do what you want, but it always makes these videos make a lot more sense because it's like, oh, that's why you're allowing this humiliating video of you to be filmed and then posted onto the internet. It's literally always the fucking case with this channel.
One of these comments said, LOL, you paid money to look like this? Yeah, I did.
Yo, bro,
This is
I don't want to watch. I might not.
figure. This is what I wanted to look like. I made it happen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I can't finish this video, bro. This shit is like, yeah.
And it's not for
Yeah, alright.